All right, folks. So my name is Dan and I am from Ireland. I'm the owner of EcomEdge. So what this is a private community where we just run through all things ecom, and we do it organically and we do branded ecom. So what is this video about? This is about showing you the exact business model I used to make my first 10K profit month last year. Okay, so I'm going to bring you through the most easiest entry level possible you can do for ecom. Literally, the guys that we've had in the group have been doing sales in their first week. It's insane. Even my mother, I set up, and within 10 days, she's made 6 or 7 sales. It's absolutely insane. And then what we do is we actually make this passive. So I'm going to run through exactly what we do, how we prepare for Q4, and how we actually make this a passive income. Right, so first things first, if you want to join the community, we have a Discord, we have everything in here that you need to actually figure out if this is for you or not. And we also provide other services that are listed in here, but jump into Discord and hit us up in the DMs, right? So what this is the ecosystem. This is the EcomEdge ecosystem. The main problem that people have when they start ecom is getting a sale. As I said, I did this 4 times without getting a sale. Imagine that. So what do we use? We use platforms like Marketplace, we use Etsy, and we use eBay all in one, right? And then we actually develop these platforms to give us a passive income. What do we do with that passive income? We fund our Shopify branded ecom. So it's absolutely amazing. The best thing about this is you can see results very quickly. Now, don't get me wrong, it still takes hard work and it still takes consistency, but you can see results quickly. Okay, so Marketplace. What a platform. There is no fees. There's no money holds. We literally dropship on Facebook Marketplace. You use it probably every day. We're never going to capitalize on it. Okay. We prepare for events. Okay. Movies coming out. I made 2K profit off Deadpool coming out last year. Like absolutely crazy. 2,000 profit. And it's literally you buy the product. Okay. The customer buys the product off you. You buy the product and the rest is left in your bank account. Simple as. Right? So we target Halloween, we target Black Friday, we target Christmas, we target everything coming up to Q4. And what I do is I get a VA to run it. So this is the start of the ecosystem. Okay. So you've got a good cash flow. You can use high ticket products. I know guys who are dropshipping couches and basically have a full furniture store in Marketplace. It's absolutely insane. And you can use this very, very smartly. Okay. So it's purely skill based, meaning you need to be good at messaging, right? If you haven't got sales skills, it's going to be harder to develop. It's going to take you longer to get into it, but it can be done. All right. So it's a big earner for Halloween and Xmas. And then once we have this running, this will fund setting up our Etsy. So Etsy is brilliant. We set up Etsy stores. We list about 40 to 50 products on it and we just leave it. And it generates sales for us day after day after day. An Etsy store that I set up a year and a half ago is still making me sales every single day. Even some of the first products I still listed are still making me sales. So Etsy is an absolute banger for consistent sales. Honestly, you have 5 stores, niche it down into jewelry, whatever. We do multiple different niches, but it's a great, great consistent income. Okay, so 10 to 20% of the cash flow we take out for our own selves, right? For profits, for everything that comes up in the future. So you need to run this. It's a full ecosystem. That's what we're doing here. So the Marketplace will fund your product buying for Etsy because Etsy does have money holds. And then also when you combine that with eBay, eBay is sick. I have done unbelievable revenue in eBay in the last year and a bit, right? Unbelievable. And then we've 5 stores. Now, what do we do with EcomEdge? We actually get people to run these stores for us. Okay, so I pay VAs to do fulfillment. I've got a bank of VAs that will do it for me. It's just insane. So once we have all these running together, okay, now you've gained experience. Now you've gained experience with dealing with suppliers, experience with dealing with refunds, experience with dealing with order fulfillment in general across 3 platforms. You know your way around ecom, right? And it hasn't cost you an absolute dime. It hasn't cost you anything. This is what we've built. We built this to pay for itself. Now, once we've all this made into a passive income, right? When the cash flow is absolutely pumping, then what we go to is we go into our branded ecom. Now, let me tell you something. The first time I ever listed products on Marketplace, I kept getting a product that was winning. I was like, whoa, I was getting sales every single day. And then what I did was I actually decided when I was setting up my Shopify store, I decided I need to give this product a test. I need to, because I'm getting so many sales on Marketplace. So what I did was I listed it on Shopify and I made ads. Boom, the product took off. And that was my first 10K profit month. Absolutely crazy. I had my VAs running all these stores, and then I had this product that took off on Shopify. I made my first 10K. Right. Now, this is absolutely brilliant because what I've done here now is I've used all these platforms for free product research. And the thing was, that product I found on Marketplace, no one else was selling that. When you go on the Meta Ads Library, there was no one else selling that product. So I had just my own product for Q3, Q4. Brilliant. So you're doing free product testing. Okay, so you get a winner on Marketplace, and next week you get up to 10 sales in like a matter of a couple of days on Marketplace. You know that that's going to do well on Shopify. You've already tested the waters with so many people. So that's what we do. We teach people how to actually, look, you can make up to 5K. That can be enough. You can make 10K if you push it. You can make as much as you want with Ecom. Everyone knows this. It's how far you actually take it. But we provide people the easier solution to get started. Because look, everyone starts Shopify and they end up losing thousands. Right? I tried it 4 times, never got a sale. And I did lose money running ads. And I think everyone's in the same boat. No one starts off profitable. I don't care what anyone says. They're a liar if they say so. So the best thing is we've got the guys starting in the Discord and they're actually getting wins within, let's go to the wins channel. So they're getting wins in their first week. You know what I mean? So here's the first Etsy sale, first Etsy payment hitting tomorrow. Here's Harrison. He done £1,500 in his Etsy store and a profit in the first month. You know, so Scott, first sale. Eric, first sale on his second store. Harrison out at a full half moon party, wakes up to £380 revenue on a new store. Like that's Shopify numbers. 4 sales from my mother and her brand new store. My mother's had 8 sales. Like she only set it up 11 days ago. You know, like this has to be the easiest entry level of ecom you can possibly do while making money, doing product testing and growing your experience hugely. So cannot stress enough how important it is to even reach out to us just to find a bit more out about it. Doesn't even make sense. Find out more about it and just see what it is we're doing. This is the full ecosystem. This is what everyone's done going so far. This is what I've done. I had an absolute brilliant year. Everything I set up last year for this is still paying me right now today. And that's a fact. So get involved and like and subscribe. Jump in the Discord and let's have a chat. Right, so folks, that is it. And that is what we're doing inside EcomEdge. That's what we're showing people to do. And that's what people are doing very successfully. Shopify is hard. Everyone knows this. It's one of the hardest business models there possibly is. So we've got a solution to make it so much easier and for you to make a lot of money from it. We did it last year. It worked absolutely insane. I'm still getting paid every single day for work that I did last year. Imagine that. So click like, comment, subscribe, jump into Discord, have a chat with us, and see you in the next one.